Welcome to the Deucecast Extra. We are the TV wing of the Deucecast brand. So we are here to talk about, of course. What now?
Look at Mysterious Contact Ryfin with his.
I know, right? Yeah. We are here, of course, to talk about The Bad Batch, Episode 6, Decommissioned, as Earl. So Dr. Earl so chose. Decommissioned Dr. Earl. I am, of course,
decommissioned.
I'm, of course, Tactical Droid Head, and then we've got Mysterious Contact Ryfin. How's it going, Ryfin? What say you about this episode in one sentence? What say you?
Okay, jeez,
Throwing you on
the spot.
Wow,
that's more than one sentence now.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Okay. I like Decommissioned Dr. Earl. In one sentence, what do you think about this episode?
It showed a aspect of the Star Wars lore that we've never seen or thought about before.
Okay.
I'm going to leave that sentence there.
Okay. I think I know where you're going with that, so I don't want to ruin it. So I'll let you talk about it eventually. But
what's your sentence?
I liked being on Corellia again. And apparently, according to some sources, this was actually animated. They basically animated the movie content from Solo. So they actually used the same shots, like the same CG of Corellia, and just reanimated it for the episode. So reusing things that they already have. Yeah,
it's good because it keeps it consistent.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Rhett. We know Rhett's feelings about this show, and we don't appreciate it. I don't know what to say.
I appreciate it, Rhett.
You appreciate it? Okay, I hear you. Well,
Bachelor number 2. What's your favorite? No, I'm just kidding.
We start on a planet that we ended on the last episode, so that's. I like that. I mean, there's some consistency there. They didn't leave Ord Mantell; they stayed there, and they're still working with Sid. So we get more Rhea Perlman, and apparently she's really good.
She's strong.
A bow thing, whatever they're calling that thing.
She got strong arms,
and they're training Omega to shoot a bow.
Yeah.
That's an awesome bow, by the way. I love that.
They say bullseye when she doesn't hit the middle of the target.
Maybe they're just trying to make her feel better.
Yeah.
I think they were just trying to make her feel better.
I know what they're doing, guys. I just thought that was
funny. Jacob, I can't put that on the.
We can
we can either confirm or deny. No, but seriously, I liked that Omega wasn't like immediately good at something, right?
I did like that.
I mean, she wasn't. She's having to actually practice with this bow, and I kind of really
arms.
I kind of really appreciate that. I guess we should say thank you, Dave Filoni, for that type of thing. I think he's doing well, not making his character immediately the best thing in the world. And happy birthday to Dave Filoni too, by the way.
Oh, interesting.
Is today the day?
Today's his birthday. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We'll call him the new maker instead of Lucas. We've now got Filoni.
Thank the new maker.
Thank the new maker. What were you going to say, Ryfin?
I was going to say that she was very proficient with a blaster, but that the archery took strength, and that was something
she had little weak arms.
Yeah. So that is an interesting aspect.
She's only like 12 or 13, right? So what would you expect?
I didn't expect.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, she's going to accelerate in age quicker than a human would. I think clones accelerate in age pretty quick. Now, I don't know if they're going to show that in this show. Yeah.
That's Matic to give us a confirmation. Oh, I guess we won't.
No, you don't need. No, that's for real. that's legit. Yeah, you don't need confirmation.
Pull up the Star Wars book.
Exactly. And I did want to show this since I know he's out there. Brian, appreciate you sending me the Nip Force 99 pen that you sent me from Disney World. That's what that says in Arabic. I got I got an expert to translate that because I did not spend the time to do that. So we had an Arabic expert on the podcast that will be released on Wednesday, and he translated it for me. So I liked that. But yeah, so Sid is basically giving them, jobs, right? They still need money. They're still hurting for money. She's giving them jobs, and she wants, at the time, she wants a tactical droid. We didn't know at the time that it was just going to be his head, but she wants a tactical droid because there's important intel for whom she doesn't really say, like, who she would be giving it to.
Jabba?
But
nope.
Jabba, no bother. I don't know.
Maybe a mysterious contact.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe the same mysterious contact.
Probably not the same one.
Oh,
wait, there's bow and arrows in the rip. That's true.
That's very true.
Thank
you for the facts.
Thank you for the fact.
That's awesome. No, and what a franchise that is. I do love that franchise.
Robin Hood quite often has bows and arrows.
Oh yeah, Robin Hood has bows and arrows.
Hunger Games.
Yeah, Katniss.
Katniss is good with the bow and arrow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that this was going to evolve.
Hawkeye.
Into the Hawkeye. Yeah. I see. Yeah, not just an expert in Star Wars. Exactly, expert in every. Fatmatic is an expert in everything. That's why I need him to be here each week so he can set us straight. But yeah, so I was excited that we got to go back to Corellia.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see the slug lady, the whatever that slug
from the beginning
granny
of Solo.
Gangster.
And theoretically she's there at this time. I mean, I don't know how advanced her
she was like talking to Solo like
right.
this, and I'm like,
I don't know how advanced her underground is.
Put a cap on that hole in the ground, that water spout, and I'm like, we can walk away from you, right? What kind of power do you have over?
Lady Proxima.
Lady Proxima.
Yes.
But
she was like a naggy old librarian or something. I don't know.
That's right. That's accurate.
Like a caterpillar on the.
Was the thing that you were referring to, Dr. Earl, the fact that we're getting to see the decommission, how all the droids were decommissioned?
Well, yeah, I had never thought about like what happened to all these droids.
Yeah,
they turned them into slag. I mean, they just threw them in maybe they built the Death Star from the parts of all the droids.
Who knows? That I mean,
the parts of Omega if they weren't careful.
Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting that they were using police droids to decommission all these other droids. So apparently these droids are not like L7 where they are worried about what's happening to the other droids around them.
They're not fighting for droid rights.
They're not fighting for droid. They're just there for a paycheck. They're not fighting.
Therefore, they're the bad droids.
I imagine.
Well, yeah. I mean, in Rebels, we had a few, and Brian's asking, and I agree with what his response is. Are all the droids gone? And he immediately responds to himself. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, we've got some that show up. Fatmatic's in rare form tonight.
I imagine they don't have the personalities. We didn't see that in the episode. They don't have the personalities that the battle droids do.
No, the police droids don't. No, they're just there for a purpose of apparently guarding this facility.
Yep.
And they end up having to very much guard this facility because, of course, Clone Force 99 shows up in search of a tactical droid. They find one pretty easily.
Yeah.
I mean,
so does someone else.
It's just like a head on a conveyor belt.
Yeah, it's like a head on a conveyor belt. They find it. And
that's
someone else is looking for it.
Yeah.
Let's just say we see another person grabbing for it.
A fan favorite, I will say, from season 7 of the Clone Wars.
That's debatable, but yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, a fan favorite? Yeah.
Yes.
No, I mean, yeah. They were not my favorite, and we're of course talking about the Martez sisters. They were not my favorite part of season 7, but I think that they were an important part of season 7, just in some of the growth of Ahsoka, and some of the things she did with them. So,
I don't really hate them. I don't really love them. And
yeah,
so when they
I'm
came up with this
indifferent.
episode, I was like, hey, it's those guys.
Yeah, I really am totally indifferent. I see people obviously on social media that are not indifferent. They either hate them or love them. They're apparently you can't be in the middle when it comes to the
name? What are their names again?
No.
What's Trace and Rafa? Yeah.
You can't be in the middle on anything in any fandom.
No, this is true. This is true. But especially in Star Wars, you can't just be indifferent to something. You either have to hate it or love it. If you're indifferent, then you are scolded by both sides. Really, you really are. You're scolded.
I couldn't really tell them apart. Like I felt like they were more differentiated in season 7.
They were.
You know what I mean? Because they were all had those gear on.
They had the gear on. Yeah.
I was like, which one is that again?
I
don't
could tell
know.
it by their voices. That was all that gave it away to me, really.
The voices and their attitude. Like one of them, I think it's Rafa that is more I just think
attitude.
out for herself.
Yeah.
Whereas, with the hair up here.
Yeah,
she's much more of a smuggler.
Yeah, yes. Whereas Trace was more, especially in season 7 of the Clone Wars, she was more like willing to help Ahsoka and not willing to
more open-hearted.
Yeah, more open to what was going on. So that's why there's actually some question here. They can't be working for the rebellion because the rebellion hasn't had time to form yet. I mean, this is like, at least in my opinion, I mean, I don't think it's you've got Saw doing his thing, and there's
infants. It's in its infancy right now.
It's like so new. So I don't know. I think they're just doing a job for somebody. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, Nick's in here. This is good. The Martez sisters are a typical Filoni trope. In season 7, they were annoying, but by the time this is over, we may love them, like Ahsoka, Bill Burr, Bad Batch, etc. I'm not familiar with the Bill Burr character in Star Wars. Is there a Bill Burr named character? I'm just kidding. I get it. No, but yeah, no.
That's a fair point.
I'll take exception to that because I think Bill Burr was great the entire time. But
yes, well.
But I agree with the premise.
Agree with the sentiment. Yeah, I mean, exactly. This is what some people had problem with is like Space Boston. Yeah, I mean,
loved it.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Yeah. Right. I mean, but Rhett, like I just said, there's people out there that were like, it's dumb for somebody to have that type of accent in Star Wars. And he makes the references that he was making, especially in the first season, where too on the nose with stormtroopers having a bad shot and that type of thing. Okay, and Fetmatic, as always, makes a good point. The Martez sisters could be in a rebellion cell. Yeah. So yeah, like Saw's cell, they could be their own part of.
Could absolutely have been Saw on the hologram, which would be kind of anticlimactic, I guess, because we already seen him.
I think everybody's going to be I think nobody's going to be happy about who they were talking to at the end of the episode.
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn.
Oh, wow.
You mean Crimson Dawn?
Yeah, I got what he meant. Yeah.
Whatever that thing is.
No, Crimson Dawn. So if they're working for Crimson Dawn, then that was probably Maul.
Boss and
that could have been Maul. Hey, I'd be all in for Dryden Boss.
I've heard that they're working for. I've heard rumors that it could be Bail Organa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah, that's the prevailing. That's the prevailing rumor right now.
So we know it's a male because they did mention the gender of the person that they were trying to contact was a he. I would think poor Earl. I would think I thought maybe Lama Su. Like I thought maybe that they're working.
Is that Lama Su's shoulder though?
Well, it looked like a robe. I mean, she wears those like ethereal robes. So I mean, I thought maybe I don't know. It did look like Bail Organa's cape, though. I mean, some people, but Lama Su wears that kind of weird stuff. So I thought maybe
Lama Su.
I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe that could have been him, but I'm not sure. Right. That's why I said Lama Su, Rhett. Because
I almost actually questioned it myself, but
is Lama Su a dude?
Yes.
Tan Wee is the female, right?
Tan Wee.
yeah.
That is a
Tan Wee.
Dad, Tan Wee. Yeah. But I don't know. I thought maybe it could have been the Geonosins. Or not Geonosins. What did I say that for?
Trandoshians.
Kaminoans.
Yeah, exactly. So
what are you talking about?
it'll be interesting to see who that is. So now we've sort of got these two mysteries that they're going to pay off at some point. We need to know who Fennec Shand is working for. We need to know who the Martez sisters are trying to obtain this intel for.
Maybe it's all Boba. Maybe we're going to have live action Martez sisters and and
hey, Rat.
What?
Poggle is always on my brain. I can't get Poggle out of my brain. Yeah, exactly. So one line that I think it was Rafa that said to Hunter is that we all have to pick our sides at some point.
Yeah, which is something they said in season 7, I think.
Yes, right? Exactly. So could be interesting. I don't know.
Something they were told, I think.
Yeah. Do the Martez sisters connect the BB Rex because of their mutual connection to Ahsoka?
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they're going to have to get to Rex because let's not forget who got his bell rung again.
Yeah, and
the message started.
He said,
soldiers.
All good soldiers follow orders. I'm not looking forward to whatever havoc he's going to cause at some point in this season. I mean, we've still got, he's going to wreck it. Exactly. We've still got 10 episodes left, and he's going to, at some point, do something really bad, and someone's going to die.
He's gotten a lot of head trauma.
Yeah. It's
who would they kill off?
I think they'll easily kill off Echo, and
really? Why not kill off Tech? I feel like
okay, you're right. Yeah, they'll probably kill off Tech because there's not Echo has a huge fan base, so they'll probably kill off Tech.
Because Tech,
you think they're going to kill off somebody?
I think so, dude. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man.
I think they will.
That would be pretty dark.
Tech is the most expendable. I mean, as far as the group, like
Echo can also do a lot of computer stuff and is pretty smart, but.
Just as far as the fan base is concerned, I mean, I think Tech is the most expendable. Like, I don't think anybody's like a huge fan of Tech. I just don't. I hear more people talking about Hunter, Echo. There was a lot of fans of Crosshair, but now he's, theoretically a bad guy.
Crosshair was actually my least favorite of the group.
Oh, really? I just liked him because he was
And then when he turned on, I was like, awesome.
Sniper.
Oh yeah, this is we do definitely need to mention this. Roth bringing it up. Echo's joke made him laugh out loud. It was really funny. Is there an Echo? I'm Echo. I mean that was by far the funniest moment in the series so far. A little humor. One thing to certainly point out, because a lot of people thought that Ahsoka's droid was gone, like kaput, from season 7, but apparently R7 is still around because the Martez sisters are using that droid. So maybe that was Ahsoka that she was talking to, because of course Ahsoka has a lot of interest in.
Filoni loves some Ahsoka.
Well, and Ahsoka has a lot of interest in the clone troopers.
I just want to know who wants that information from the tactical droid and why they want it. That's my biggest question. Because like Ahsoka, I feel like what would Ahsoka do with that?
Well, if she's okay, well, if she is Fulcrum, let's say, maybe this is like the beginning of her being Fulcrum. And that's the swerve, because yes, they did say, call him up, or let's get him, on the phone or whatever, or not the phone, obviously, but let's, contact. So the swerve could be she has taken the persona of Fulcrum at that time and, using the secret voice or whatever. Yeah. Wait, what's this?
Is Fulcrum a Rebels thing, I'm guessing?
Oh yeah, sorry,
the
it
battle
is.
droid was like, "Did we win?
Yeah, that dude, that was pretty
good.
No, Fatmatic's right. That was pretty funny. I
Did
love
we win the war?"
I love the battle droids. So yeah, Fulcrum was basically a persona that Ahsoka had taken on in the first season of Rebels. And she was just for clandestine reasons using that to communicate with
I thought Fulcrum was
he was too. He was too. He was the second Fulcrum. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything.
You're talking about the guy that turned sides from the. Yeah, he was the second Fulcrum, but Ahsoka was the first Fulcrum.
Really?
Yeah.
I forgot that part.
And so this could be her as Fulcrum, working with the Martez sisters, which makes sense. They have a relationship already.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. We've got a comment from Brian. Also interesting that both sisters are in on the bounty for the droid, as well as calling the contact who is looking for Clone Force 99. Yeah,
it's Boba.
Because
Boba.
And this is a good point. I mean, because at the very end of that episode, the last line or whatever is, "We thought you would find it interesting that we can get you right where the clone troopers are going to be." So that's why I think maybe Ahsoka, because what does Bail care about clone troopers? Ahsoka has some connection with them. Yeah. So I find that pointing towards Ahsoka more than Bail.
And maybe that leads to Rex and getting the inhibitor chips out.
But also Lama Su. Lama Su's interested in these clone troopers also.
Get that Omega back.
I feel like they're going to get their inhibitor chips out at some point. I mean, sure, before then, Wrecker's going to do something bad, but yeah.
I mean, we've got 10 episodes of this show left. I mean, so there's still a lot to happen. Now, according to one of the people that works on the show, I think it was Joel Aaron, tweeted something out that get ready for a ride for these last 10 episodes. So I mean,
didn't they say it started? I could be conflating a couple things. Did they say it started with next episode? I can't remember.
Yeah, like they said, these next 10 episodes. So starting with
or the real show,
episode 7. Yeah, or
so maybe it's going to take off.
Things really take off. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the It's not even the second half of the season, but I'm looking forward to the back half of the season, I guess, and seeing where this goes. Roth, he thinks Rex is going to lead to Ahsoka, not the other way around.
Either way, Rex probably leads to getting inhibitor chips out, I would think.
Yeah, I think Rex is going to know the way.
So, and they could spare us someone violently dying on Wrecker's hands by Hunter or somebody finally noticing, hey, we've got to get this taken care of before it goes crazy.
He's going to take that knife and just...
I know, right? He's just going to take his big, Crocodile Dundee knife. No, I mean, we're going to have to... I mean, I think I mentioned it last week. I mean, we're really going to have to... I personally am more interested in Loki, so we'll probably spend more time discussing Loki, because... the thing that, of course, we are known for is wildly incorrect theories about Marvel shows. So we're going to have a lot of... Yeah, it's Home Office. We're going to have wildly incorrect theories about this show. And apparently Loki is insane. I mean, I've been actually avoiding all the... There's been so many teasers and clips and just... I've been trying to avoid that. So, yeah, I mean, we'll do 5-10 minutes on, unless something huge happens in a Bad Batch episode that we need to discuss, we'll do 5-10 minutes on the Bad Batch episode, and then the rest of it'll be Loki for sure. Because Loki will finish before Bad Batch does, so we'll come back around and the last few episodes.
But you're saying Bad Batch is about to take off. Maybe it's going to be full
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It might be the 45-minute discussion.
It could be, yeah. If there's something really huge that happens in the, as Rhett calls it, the cartoon. So
nobody died in Rugrats, so
yeah, that's so important. That's a very important point that Rhett made there. That no one died in Rugrats, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I don't think every clone trooper. I don't think every clone survives this. I mean, somebody's going to die. I mean, and we still have to get.
It's gonna be tech.
Yep.
Yeah.
Called it here first, ladies and gentlemen. We're all aboard the tech dies train.
Because he's the most expendable.
He's just the exposition guy.
It's logical. Yeah, it's logical.
And I think Echo could really fill his role if need be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As the computers guy.
Well, Omega, I mean, she learns fairly quickly, so maybe she could fill his role a little bit too.
She could fill the other part of that role that maybe Echo can't fill, for sure.
Yep. I mean, and she ended up, of course, doing pretty good with the bow throughout the episode. I mean, she actually hit some of the police droids, I think, with that bow. So, I mean, by the end, she got a lot better. Yeah. She pulled it on one of the, I think it was Rafa. She pulled it on Rafa at one point.
Yep.
So, you know, I don't know if I fully trust the Martez sisters, especially Rafa. I think
I don't trust Rafa.
Yeah, I think Rafa is in it for herself and a quick buck. And it's interesting, you know, the Disney Plus description of the episode called them smugglers. So that leads me to believe that they're not part of a cell. That leads me to believe they're just out making money any way they can, and they are working for somebody, but not necessarily a part of this group, the cell, or whatever. That's right. It's a Star Wars thing, right? The names are great. Rafa, Trace. Yeah, all the names are awesome. Yeah, no, Fat Mac, I totally agree. Rafa is a hustler.
She's a hustler.
She's constantly kind of been that way. I mean, she even sort of was in season 7 of the Clone Wars. I mean, she kind of was that way. And that's just her. I don't know.
She's never been that trustworthy.
No,
she's never been that trustworthy.
Trace has always been the one to pull her into situations where she has to do something good.
Right. Exactly. Well, I mean, since we do, and we're not necessarily going to do any crazy predictions here, but since Loki does come out Wednesday.
Oh, really?
That's only like 2 days away.
Yeah.
We of course have to throw some.
I don't think I realized that.
Oh yeah. It's going to be a Wednesday show.
Closer to 24 hours away than 48 right now. So
exactly. So of course we've got to, and we know it's 6 episodes.
Yes.
Same director throughout,
yeah,
which
Katie
is
Heron or something.
Yeah, which is similar to Falcon show. I mean, Falcon Winter Soldier.
I'm so focused on the writer because I love his quotes. Michael Waldron, who's not only writing the show, he's writing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yep.
And also he's writing Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie.
So
yeah.
Well, that's a tidbit there. I didn't realize.
Writing Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie. Whoa.
I know. I knew. I knew he was involved in Multiverse of Madness because he keeps his tweets are so funny because like I've got to fix this mess I made with Loki. Yeah. So apparently there's going to be some crazy stuff that happens in Loki. But Feige himself said it's an important show to the MCU. So a lot of the stuff that's going to happen in Loki,
it's about to open up wide.
Yeah, it is going to be pretty important for the future of the MCU, which I like. I like the high stakes. I mean, WandaVision will pay off at some point, but
it'll pay off in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it'll pay off in Doctor Strange, but ultimately, I didn't feel like at the time that it was a huge big deal to the universe.
No, it was supposed to be a more grounded show. I think maybe they advertised it as being something bigger sometimes, but yeah,
and same with Falcon and Winter Soldier. To be honest, I mean, obviously we have the introduction of Sam Wilson as Captain America. That's a pretty big deal, and
there's
now
he's global stuff that happens, but really it's not that important.
Yeah,
to the upcoming movies.
So I'm looking forward, and of course, you know, the early reviews are out and they are very positive. They said Hiddleston knocks it out of the park. Like this is the best.
So, is this dropping Tuesday night? Is it going to drop?
Well, Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning at 3 a.m.
Yeah, yeah, depending on your time zone, you're either going to get it at midnight, 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Yeah, you guys get it at 2.
So, We can talk after this ends. I'll find out.
No, we're gonna do it Monday. We're sticking with our Monday schedule. We're gonna give it.
Okay.
Yeah, that
I
way
didn't know if we were doing an extra. No.
No. We're gonna stick with our Monday schedule. We're gonna
crazy.
talk Bad Batch for a couple minutes and then talk all about Loki for the rest of the time. I'm ready for it. I'm excited to see. Owen Wilson is gonna be fun.
I've heard he knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, the weird animated clock is gonna be fun.
Missed minutes.
Is that what the character's name is?
Okay, I guess you don't want to know that much, but
whoa, right then, man, hold up, bro.
I mean, it's out there. It's on clothing and stuff.
Oh, Rhett. Extra Deucecast extra. We demand
That's on our Patreon page.
Yeah, Patreon.
That's behind our NFT wall, man.
That's behind our NFT wall. That's right. That's our extra fans site.
Yes.
We're starting
start
the
that one.
Coin.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, look at this. To quote fanboys, what if it sucks? It won't. It won't.
No. It might.
No. The reviews are like really positive because the press got the first 2 episodes.
I've heard the pilot is a little clunky, but the second episode's really, really good. But I've also heard people say they love the pilot. So
yeah. Oh man! Speaking of Doomcock, there's a battle in that realm. Doomcock's fighting with people. It's because people don't care about Doomcock. People don't care about Doomcock anymore, and so he has to start a fight with other people.
He's got to put out news about Batman, and then Midnight's Edge has got to cover it. And
exactly.
Then it starts a cycle. We got this covered, and Grace Randolph and
comic book.
We're gonna make enemies with everyone here.
CBR, is that the other one? Comic book resource. They're crappy, and then this new upstart, Inside Magic or whatever. They're just all these clickbait sites are so crappy. Wow.
Thank you, Doomcock.
Warner Brothers.
What in the world is going on?
The Warner Brothers said Batman is garbage.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. That's bad.
What Doomcock says.
I hate to hear that. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's no joke.
That's what Doomcock said.
Oh my gosh! All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up at this point. We've pretty much covered everything that important. We covered everything important that happened in the episode.
What about that 4th droid on the conveyor belt when he was going by? No, I'm just kidding. No.
I was going to say what? I don't know what you.
I don't know where I'm going.
Rhett. Everything has reshoot. That's like part of the industry.
Like, you see, he got so. No, you guys don't know the rumor. He got Zoe Kravitz pregnant in the Batmobile.
Is that really? You're serious?
That's a real rumor being put out there by some of those guys. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It must be true if they put it out there.
Oh my gosh. So hilarious. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. We will. So we'll be back.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. We'll be back next Monday talking Loki episode 1. This is huge for the Deucecast Extra. We're going to be talking Loki episode 1 and Bad Batch episode 7. We've got 2 shows to discuss, so yes. I am definitely looking forward to the next 6 weeks for sure, because we'll have 6 episodes of Loki to talk about. Ryfin, do we know the length of the episodes yet? Have they released any of that?
Episode 1 is going to be 51 minutes. Episode 4 is going to be 50. Episode 2 is going to be 54 minutes.
Whoa. Nice.
Full hour show.
And I heard that the credits are even shorter than the other. So,
dude,
that's what I've been waiting on.
Captain and I mean the Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Those credits were really long. I mean, not as long as WandaVision. I mean, both of them. But yeah, that's
they had a lot of CGI. They had a lot of
yeah.
Well, look, those run times. I'm all about those run times. I like that a lot. So you can listen to the Deucecast movie show every Wednesday. Check us out on thedeucecast.com. We release on pretty much every podcatcher that you can imagine. We are on there. So please go check out the show. We have got an awesome guest that some of you know that has semi-retired from the podcasting game, but he came out of retirement for us, and we have a really fun episode talking about summer movies from 1980 to 1984. 5 humongous
Amazing year.
mega years, some of the best movies, at least for people in our childhood.
Someone say 1984 is the best movie year of all time, but I guess maybe there's a tournament for that kind of thing.
You mean the tournament that never ends? I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys already did a tournament. People can listen to that on your.
Did we decide the best year already?
I think it was like 2015 or something. I think.
2015 beat 1984.
I think so.
How
it's been
dare
so
us.
long.
That's because you guys were no
How
way.
Dare us.
I was
How
not
dare
involved
us.
in that process.
We need to have somebody listen to our old episodes and do commentary on how wrong we were about everything, especially those tournament episodes. But
Jacob, you're in the territory, but you're off.
Yeah, you're way off, Jacob. No, I mean, I guess not way off, but you're kind of off. Ryfin, where can the people find you on the interwebs?
They can find me on Twitter at SUPASH3 and on Letterboxd at GRyfin. And I want to give a shout out to podcast of the Wills. His new podcast, Heroes of the Mom CU. I listened to the first episode.
That was fun.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I remember
So
you talking
you
about
guys want to check out another MCU podcast, that's a good one to check out.
It was really fun, and it's right up my alley because I am also watching all of the MCU films with
Heroes of the Mom CU. Is that what it's called?
with my daughter. My wife would never watch any of those, but I am enjoying watching all of those with my daughter. If I was a good podcaster, I would record it like Nick records his stuff, but I'm not a good podcaster, so I don't record her reactions. I know that she loves Wanda, and we just watched Ant-Man, and now she loves Ant-Man. So those are awesome. She really likes Ant-Man's sidekick, the guy that
Luis.
Yeah, Luis. She loved Luis.
Yeah,
Luis is great. She thought he was funny. Dr. Earl, off the grid completely. He cannot be found. We're trying to convince him to go on Letterboxd because he watches movies from time to time, and it would be nice to hear his takes on Letterboxd. So we're trying to convince him to get on Letterboxd. Otherwise, you will just have to interact with Dr. Earl on Monday evenings on the Deucecast Extra. And if you have an email that you would like me to get to Dr. Earl, email us at the Deucecast.
If you have any messages for me, go to my associate, Tactical Droid Head.
Tactical Droid Head. I can get the important tactical data to Dr. Earl.
Send out to all of the droids.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll bring me the message.
You can find me at the Michael Nip on Twitter, and I also have a Letterboxd account that I am very active on this year. The Deucecast, of course, is at the Deucecast on Twitter. We are on Facebook. Please, like us on Facebook. And also YouTube. We are going to continue doing this show ad nauseum forever because we watch a lot of TV also. And so big help would be, of course, sharing this with your friends. We need some more subscribers. Our first goal is to try and get 100 people to subscribe so we can get youtube.com/the Deucecast. You have to have 100 subscribers before you can get that specific URL. So please help us out by sharing this, subscribing, liking the video, and mash the bell, as the kids say, so you can get notifications of when we go live.
Mash that bell.
You never know. We could all go live at 3 a.m. Eastern because Loki is just so awesome.
We're doing a live reaction to Loki.
Live reaction to Loki. Hey,
not this guy.
The kids do it. That's what a lot of the YouTube kids do.
No, I know.
There are some guys. Yes.
Yeah, people love that stuff. So really appreciate everybody in the live chat. If you are catching this on a delay, please comment, and I'll of course reply. And I hope everybody has a wonderful week because we have Loki and Bad Batch in the same week. So talk to you guys on Monday for sure.